Hi, okay, time for another baby monitor review. Yesterday we reviewed the MBP853, which was the Motorola Wi-Fi and parent unit baby monitor, the HD 720p one, and that cost £159.99 after a £10 discount from Mothercare, so its retail was £169.99, quite expensive. Now this morning, whilst browsing the net, I came across the MBP854. So it's a higher model number. And interestingly, I couldn't find this for sale at hardly any sites. Amazon had it for over £200, and the Motorola site listed it alongside the 853 for an RRP of £220, I think. I wasn't going to buy it. However, in Argos, they had it on sale for £129. So I took the 853 back to Mothercare for a refund of £159 and picked this one up. So I saved money and got a better unit. Now I haven't read the technical details for this one yet because they're not actually listed, but it basically is exactly the same, with the same iPhone app and the same Wi-Fi technology. The camera unit is exactly the same. The big difference is the parent unit. This has got a 4.3-inch screen. The previous one, I think it was 3.5. So that's better already. And it has touch controls. And on the side here, there's an SD slot and what appears to be a USB and possibly HDMI out. I'm not sure yet. I'll unbox this and we'll go through the different components. Okay, so in the box we've got actually opens from the bottom, so rubbish packaging. The usual manuals and quick start guide, same as the previous one. Two mini USB chargers, the same as before. Oh, looks like a type of docking station. It's an added bonus. Okay, so the camera unit is identical to the camera that comes with the 853. I'm not going to look at the camera in detail or it working, as we covered that in the last review. The docking station holder is new to this model. And the actual baby monitor is considerably nicer. It's heavier, touch controls, the aerials are more integral, it's not separate. We've got volume up and down, dedicated buttons rather than having to go into the menu, so that's a nice feature. Okay, I will get this charged up, powered up, and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so it's all set up and working. I've left it connected to the power supply as it's still charging. Switching it on, it instantly pairs with the camera that it's shipped with, so setup is just as easy as the previous model. However, the picture is noticeably better. It's more detailed. I think the screen must be higher res. It's actually fantastic. Panning and tilting, exactly the same as before. The touch controls are very responsive. The picture is just really nice and sharp. If you remember back to the review I did yesterday of the 853, the screen was quite dull, and no matter what I did with the lighting it was quite washed out. However, on the iPhone the picture was much better. So this must be down to the screen. This screen is superior in every way. Well, yesterday we had trouble with the zooming, so let's try that. Okay, it's the same, slight delay, digital only zoom, but of course that's due to the camera. Microphone sensitivity, it's exactly the same, of course it's the same microphone on the camera at the other end, so I'm not going to bother talking about that. Other nice features, the SD card slot, so you can record. We have the same melodies. The same 2-hour, 4-hour and 6-hour timer. Same temperature, centigrade or Fahrenheit. Not sure what this option is. Ah, that's the multi-cameras for more cameras. And we have a new playback mode. This must be for when you have an SD card inserted. I'll check that in a second. The same off timer for the screen. And this time it's actually got a clock, battery backed up clock. So this again is so that you can date and time stamp the videos you record. Okay, I'll see if I can dig out an SD card and we'll be back. Okay, I can't find any SD cards at the moment. However, I guessed correctly. You can record video of your baby through this function. The videos will be stored on the SD card, so make sure it has enough free space. Go through the menus as I showed you, select record, and you can select play to play it back. The video format is AVI, so that's all good. Nothing non-compatible there. Okay, I've had a scan through the manual. There's no other features mentioned that we didn't cover in the previous model yesterday. There's no mention of the USB port on the side, except though it's just a USB port. Obviously it's used for charging. Can it be used to mount the SD card to a PC? I don't know yet because I don't have an SD card. Either way, not a major problem. Overall, this device is the better of the two. The camera's the same. The main device is much nicer. It's much better build quality. It has a couple of hard buttons for the volume. The last one you had to go into the menu on the screen to adjust the volume, so that is a good addition. The touch controls work well. The screen is better and it's bigger, it's brighter. The included stand is excellent. It may be simple, however it's got a cable tidy solution at the bottom, so you can leave this device permanently connected, have it docked in your front room on the coffee table. It's nice, it's nice. Overall, this is definitely a bargain at 129 quid. So it's 129 quid from Argos. Yeah, fantastic upgrade. Glad I went to the hassle of taking the previous model back, getting the refund, and driving quite a way to pick up the new model. 9 out of 10. Fantastic. Really, really happy with this. Good bit of kit. Okay, just thought I'd add to this. I'm upgrading the firmware of the camera, as we did yesterday. Now, interestingly, the camera reported firmware version 1.16. So I performed an upgrade, and it upgraded it to 1.17. So I just thought I'd click upgrade again, and it's doing another upgrade. So it seems that you need to keep upgrading incrementally. It won't go from 1.16 to 1.18, 19, or whatever it's going to go up to. We'll find out soon. Okay, and just so you can see, this is the screen you see on your phone when you're upgrading the firmware of the camera. There is no other way to upgrade the firmware without pairing an iOS or Android device. I assume you can do it via the PC. I have not tried. Just something to bear in mind. Okay, the firmware update is completed. It's now gone to 1.18.26, and there are no more updates. Let's just refresh the details to double check. Okay, so the third firmware update is installed, 1.18.26, and it's saying update now again. Oh, update now. Your firmware is up to date. So that's a bit of a negative, and it's something to bear in mind. All these firmware releases must fix bugs. I couldn't find any documentation on what the changes are. However, if you do update the firmware, make sure you keep doing it until it says it's fully up to date. So for this one that was bought today, that was 3 updates. Okay, the firmware updates do seem to have improved certainly the Wi-Fi performance of the remote camera. It's now installed in the same bedroom as the one yesterday. We can connect to it quicker, and the PTZ responds quicker. Nothing else on my home network has changed. Everything's in the same positions. Overall performance does indeed seem better. Now it's the same model camera, so if you do have the other one, you don't need to upgrade, to the new model, but I do recommend you upgrade the firmware of the camera via the app. And that's it, that's the end of the review. Very happy with this. At 129 quid, it's well worth it. If you have the older model, well, not the older model, but the lesser model, don't bother to upgrade. However, if you're looking at buying one, keep your eyes open for the 854. It's the MBP854 by Motorola, and Argos are currently selling them for £129. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.